Podcast. I'm your host, Harold, and here's my brother having technical difficulties coming back and forth within the podcast. Thank you, thank you. Um, how you doing, Scott? Black Rambo here.
I'm doing. I'm doing
How you doing?
good. So I got a chuckle earlier.
Out of what?
No, say again.
I said you got a chuckle out of what?
Oh, from the fact that I had my phone on Do Not Disturb since
Yeah,
yesterday, and
he's
y'all
delayed.
thought something had happened to me.
It's really bad. Ma, look at the camera up here. Don't look at. Don't matter. He's delayed anyway. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I told you this from the beginning. Uh, our special guest is mom right here. She has no media savvy or training whatsoever fucking ever. So I want you guys to take it easy when it comes to my mom and any kind of critiques going on here. You just gotta look at the camera right there, mom. At Shannon 55 told me to stop looking down like this. So I had to recognize. So we're talking to that camera. That's what you're talking to. That phone right there. That's who you're talking to. Or you could talk to me. You know what I mean? But you can't talk to this computer down here because then you'll be looking down like this, and you don't want to do that. All right. So you understand? All right. You showtime. It's the showtime at the Apollo tonight.
At the Apollo.
Mhm. Make sure I'm decent. Got my stuff looking like high karate's on me. Um, it's crazy. Anyway, how's your day, man? All right. How you feel about that movie? Was it good? What was it? The Mike you knew, or was it was it fluff? What was it to you? How did you feel about the Mike? The younger version of Mike, because you was around for that one. You was around for Moses, so you know. All right. What What was you trying to say? More to his lifestyle. Right. They showed him getting, doing God knows how many nose jobs. They showed the first one. All right. They showed the dichotomy of the relationship with his father, right? And they showed some damn video, s- yeah. I mean, it was long, but I thought it was a lot of commercials. Personally, that's what I thought it was. Looked like somebody sweating. Yeah, I just thought there was a grip of commercials. That's what I thought. It was over 30 minutes of commercials. All right, that was a lot. But the movie I thought was entertaining too. You know what I mean? Living through Michael Jackson experience and not being like a new person to it. Um, yeah, I felt like it could have had some more stuff in there too. You know what I mean? Like maybe stay closer to one period because his career is so long, 40 something years, right? Um, literally, he was 50 when he
Yeah.
passed, right? So he was famous. He'd been performing before 10, but he was famous at about 10. You're right. So you're thinking that's a 40-year run of the public eye straight down the public pipeline. You know what I mean? For 40 years plus of being famous. I can barely tolerate being famous amongst my own family. You know what I mean? Just being, hey, that's Harold. You know what I mean? That's a big ass stress. That motherfucker was OD. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot.
For real.
Yeah.
That time of era,
It was damn near impossible for him to have a regular relationship.
Yes, it made it damn near impossible to have that, to accomplish that. I do agree. So definitely was like, let me look down here and make sure that this is okay. Okay, got it the right level. So, Ma, please introduce yourself to my constituency out here, to the Harold Pod, the podsters from the Harold Pod Knows podcast.
oh, like I say, this is my son. His name is Harold.
No, ask who, introduce yourself, not me. They know they've been seeing me for a
I'm
minute
his
now.
mom.
This
I'm
is
his
called Harold
mom.
Knows. It's on there, Ma.
They call me mom, but my name is Linda.
Okay,
Okay,
all right,
and I love my son. I love my
all right.
sons.
So,
But
for the audience, like,
can I finish?
all right, my bad. You right. It's Mom, so I
When
ain't got no pull on this.
when you go to change the life and you get better, when you're getting worse, then you find out, you know what, you can do this without thinking that, hey, there's nothing in between that but faith and keep doing what you're doing. You know, you gotta trust and believe in what you're doing and have people that have your back the same way,
Yes,
you know? Otherwise, what is it all about?
it's about the journey, Ma.
Yeah.
It's about the journey. Nothing that you accomplish, that you accumulate while you're going through your journey, is gonna go with you anywhere else. So, that being said, the journey, the memories, the stories, the fun times, the hard times, those are the things that we take with us. I believe, anyway.
It's
You know what I
true.
mean? So,
That is true.
I like to say the memories. You know what I mean? Is what it's about. Building up the store, building up the trucking company, building up the things. Those memories, those journeys are the stories that we tell. Everything else, we either don't have or we ain't taking it with us. Coffins are very small, and so are urns. Just so everybody knows, like they're very small. You know why? Because nothing comes the fuck in there. That's why.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's why they're so small. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a fact. Hey, at Shannon 55 made it tonight. Shannon, you weren't yesterday, even though you didn't make it. We started so late, but we shouted you out a bunch of times. So let me make sure that everybody's seeing at Shannon 55, our number one first constituent fan or whatever. This, you know, what I mean, I like I'm part of the family. Part of the Harold Knows family is
That's good.
at Shannon 55.
Oh,
Oh, we got Regina
Regina's in the
also in the
house.
building. All right, we got to turn up. We gonna have to turn up. Oh look, it went right to it. Do y'all hear it? No. Good. We got it. Do y'all hear it now? Stop. Anybody? Everybody's on the delay. Stop. Can you hear me? Regina?
Good evening, everyone.
I can hear
Hey,
everybody
Miss
nice little
Linda.
shout and everything, but I don't hear anybody.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Linda.
I'm telling you, it's like I'm not hearing anybody. The headsets are turned on. Me and Mom can hear us, but we can't seem to hear you guys. But you guys can hear us, correct?
Yes.
I'll
Yeah,
be fine.
but y'all just not coming through the headset like you should be.
Oh boy, here we go again. All right.
Is that your
Is the
moment?
Means I
headset
need to.
seated all the way in?
Yeah, everything is in there because I can hear myself. That wouldn't be a prudent
All
question.
right. This just means I need to bounce out and bounce back in on my cell phone. I'll be back.
Yeah, like I'm hearing you guys through the which call speaker. Hello,
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Scott. Scott.
You loud and clear.
Yeah, but again, you're not coming
Yeah,
through here.
can you
Don't
hear
worry
me?
about it. I can hear you well enough to keep the conversation going. I'll figure all that out later. At 55 has something else on there. So let's see what it says. It says, Harold, you look like Mama. Absolutely. Twinsies. All right. Appreciate it. That's at Shannon 55. That's our first from YouTube. So we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hopefully you can hear us out there, Shannon, right now. A lot of times
Hi,
I take
Shannon.
down the pod and then I just put out the clips. I might just leave this one out there. It's a special pod. Mom's on here. Mother's Day special. My mom, Linda. You know, she's in you enjoying life, Mom?
Oh yes, to the fullest.
Wait, we're gonna get some background on you. Just all right. At Shannon definitely hears us. So we're good. We're in motion. All right. So Ma, where were you born? Where were you born at?
Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Spartanburg, South Carolina. Did you go to school there?
No,
All right. So where did you go to school at?
up in New York,
So you went to school in New York or New Jersey?
New York and New Jersey.
Oh wow. You went to both of them damn things. That's great. Where did you go to high school at?
Oh, in New York
In New York?
and in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you gotta realize when I lived in Staten Island, which is Tottenville is the last stop. If you ever watch Petticoat Junction, that's how that works. Fourth floor. And I lived in a saloon house. It's a big house. Mr. Nelson is home. Well, he died. He was 100 years old. Lived like 104. But anyway, I used to live there in the saloon house they called. It was nice. It was big, great. That was the last stop was Tottenville.
and that's in high school?
High school went from there. High school was PS1 when I was in Tottenville. That's part of New York. That's the island part. When I changed school and I decided to move to New Jersey, where New Jersey is, well, Tottenville had two ferries. One ferry from Tottenville goes to Perth Amboy, New Jersey, right there. When you take the train from Tottenville to St. George, that was the other ferry that go into Manhattan. People know
The Staten Island Ferry.
that. Mhm.
Okay. So wait, what do you think? Like, how was your childhood? Did you play sports?
Pick the sports. Oh, I love handball. Handball was my favorite.
Yeah. I remember going to the park. Handball was definitely a big thing.
Like, I like the kickball.
You like it? Yeah, you used to always get us all together, the neighborhoods, for us to play kickball. So the whole community thing, definitely, I get from you is like, yeah, everybody get together, hang out, like the pool party the other day. You know what I mean? Friends over with their kids, playing the pool, water guns, whatever. Having fun like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Going to the park.
Yes, and going to the park. You definitely always made sure we went to the park. So how would you describe the time then? Because that was like what, the 70s and 70s, right?
Yeah.
So
60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, up to 2000. I was there.
nah, we was in Connecticut by
Yeah,
then.
but I mean, I was there,
But I'm saying for New York, for that time period, Staten Island, how was it? Like, was it, hey, let's go, we're gonna go out, we're gonna go over to the club in Manhattan, come back?
Well, you live in Staten Island. Whew.
Because I remember you used to work at, I think, like the dye factory
You have the dye factory.
for Sassoon, or
Yeah,
Jordache or whatever,
yeah, they made different stuff.
the garment district.
Yeah. T-shirts, jeans,
Okay.
blouses, swimming suits, stuff like that. Matching stuff that they still have
Now I know you was a nurse and then you went back into nursing. So when you was first, didn't you work at Willowbrook?
Oh, I worked for Willowbrook. At the time, that's when Geraldo used to come out.
Yeah,
Jim
he
Geraldo.
had the whole investigation. It was terrible in there.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I see some things wasn't correct. So I'm gonna pass that by. But that's it. But you weren't lying.
Oh
You
wow.
try to cover up things, but you can't cover up for so much. They close the place down. You know, it's not get inside. But how they say when you only can have so many people to make it right, but then if you have a lot of people make it wrong, sometimes it just don't come out right,
Mm.
and it hurts the patients in there, which they couldn't help how they were. You know, he actually had a person made of stone.
What?
Disease of stone all over. The more he grew, the more stones. He had stones all over. They tried to figure it out. A lot of things. We even had a little girl, a dog, basically a dog, balls and stuff.
What?
What? And
You had Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus in that
some
motherfucker.
some people put things there that when they did things wrong, they know they wasn't supposed to. They were there.
So like Dr. Shirogo's island or whatever. The House of Pain. He who breaks the law goes to the what?
They test them and how they just let them stay in there and
Oh, the
add them up was different.
Island of Dr. Moreau.
What you say, Scott?
The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Yeah. Well, she's saying a lot of people from that island ended up there. Are you okay? Maybe I'll take less of a puff on that thing. You know, take a sip of you.
Yeah, it's starting to sound like some of those myths were. It sounded like some of them myths had a little bit of truth to them.
Mm-hmm. So all right. Anyway, so you did the nursing. You went to Connecticut. Um, what did you think about Connecticut when you got to Connecticut?
I liked Connecticut.
Okay.
It was a different change. I mean, no matter where you go, it's how they say, most likely the people come from all over. You know, they go into something, running for something, or trying to find something.
Okay, that's
Pick your
facts.
choice. Pick your choice. You know,
She said either they come for something, running from something, or trying to find something. That's a fact. That's a book of mama. That one right there is real. They was definitely doing something.
mm,
But we
100.
ended up there. I know I was culture shocked because Connecticut was very segregated. You know what I mean? Like it was the weirdest thing. Connecticut was very, very segregated. Um in Staten Island, I had a lot of different friends, Polish, Italian, whatever. We were broke in the same neighborhood. So it wasn't like in Connecticut where everything was redlined and separated so much. So when I went to school in New York, it's black kids, white kids, Spanish kids, Polish kids, whatever. Indian, Arab, whatever. If you came to New York broke and you was in that neighborhood, we were all together. So if I knew you from New York, you was broke at that time. I don't want to hear none of this glory day shit. If I if I knew you from Staten Island, you lived either in Stapleton, Park Hill, Fillmore, Harbor, New Harbor, Orange. No. What is it? Harbor, New Harbor,
Well, St. George.
St. George.
Oh man,
But regardless, you was in those neighborhoods. All right. And
Park Hill.
yeah, Park Hill. And I said that, Killer Hill. But I remember we also did a stint in the Bronx for a short little minute. Um, but anyway, New York was like that. So it was basically a melting pot. You know what I mean? When I went to Connecticut, I did notice like the whole school was black. I thought it'd be a benefit. There was no benefit with all them niggas. I'm just being honest with you. It was terrible. You know what I'm saying? It didn't have culture.
No.
It wasn't like coming from New York, a lot of different food, different culture. We didn't have. I That wasn't my experience coming to Connecticut. It was very snooty. I like to say snooty.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, snooty. I think the best thing I out of Connecticut, honestly, would be my brother Scott. Outside of that, I mean, don't get me wrong. It helped my vernacular. That was cool. Um, but other than that, I didn't get the experience like that. Um, but it is what it is. But now you've lived abroad now, Ma. You've been out of Connecticut, out of the East Coast, up top for a minute now. I took you to Texas. How did you like Texas?
Texas was nice.
A little different than you remember when you was a kid, huh?
Yeah. Texas
This is nice. Good Mexican food, good people. Ain't nobody bothers. Like it was
I
pretty.
liked the neighborhood across the way there. It
Yeah.
was nice.
Remember he built your whole
Yeah, flower thing.
and he looked like a skinhead too, and he was not a skinhead. Like for mine, he built a whole thing. He be selling those things. He's like, nope, this is for your mom. I done moved and had to leave it. I was pissed off about that. Because even at this house now, we could have used it. It definitely was something nice he built. It's like a planter. But anyway, Texas was pretty good. Texas was pretty good. People was, hospitable. Neighbors were great. They kept a sign on their lawn. It says, "We don't call 911." It had the shape of a revolver on the front. So Texas was one of them places. You know what I'm saying? That you had to walk the line. You had to walk the line. And now been in Florida for a while. How you like Florida, ma?
I like Florida. I love Florida.
Huh?
Florida. Florida's very nice. Very serene. I like it.
All right.
I
Hey.
think it's the most chill state I know.
Yeah. All right. I like that. But that's a fact though, because you walk Star all the time.
Oh yeah. She loves it too. She's up now here walking around looking.
So let me ask you a question.
It's
If you could give advice to the younger you, what would you tell you 50 years ago? You're 24. Nice age, 24.
yeah, I figured. Yeah, as if I knew what I knew now then.
Yeah. I'm saying, what advice would you give yourself? What would you tell yourself if you could pull yourself to the corner and be like, and you could have a conversation at that age, just one conversation? What would you tell yourself? And you know what you know now. Like, what would you tell you? But you only get you only get 5 minutes. What would you tell yourself?
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying, what would you tell yourself? You get a chance to tell yourself something. Yeah, well,
Try to remember when I get to the point where you said I'm at now.
no, I'm thinking like if I could go back and tell myself at, let me see, like 24, 25, I didn't have the majority of my kids already. So it wasn't going to stop my kids. But I would tell myself, hey, be patient. You know what I mean?
Sometimes that's
A lot of people that come up with you ain't going to be there in the end. And this too shall pass. Tomorrow will be a better day. Don't make a brash decision. And just tell myself, hey, yo, try to live by that. I think I'd be a little bit further because I'm telling myself something that I'm telling myself now. So for me, I'm telling myself, asking this question because I'm telling myself it now so that I can act on it tomorrow. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Kind of like giving my, as long as I'm breathing, I got a chance to do right.
Automatic.
Right? You're living proof of it. You know what I mean?
Right?
It's fact. Beautiful
It's
one.
like second,
Beautiful woman.
like second chances.
Shit, 15 chances. There's like 9 lives out this motherfucker. I've lived with you for a minute, man. We've been to some place. There's more than second chances. You know what I'm saying?
Call second chances and say,
Every day you wake up, you get a chance. Every day you wake up, you get a chance. Yeah, I'm just saying, we on the how many years? So there's a lot of chance. That's a lot of days.
Young lady said, if you had a chance, just like you said, if you had a chance to go back to an age, what age? Neither one of them. I'm sticking right where I'm at now. Because knowing me at that time, the head's still hard. Got a little softer now. It ain't as hard as it was before. But real hard.
True.
Real hard. So my mind will still be doing what I'm doing. I have to be honest about it because I'm not going to take no ages back. I'm right here now. I'm going to do all of it. Get it.
Yeah, that's why I asked, what would you tell yourself? Because what I tell myself wouldn't most likely wouldn't change my narrative, but some of the
way of thinking and rational at that time was off the charts. I go from back myself. But like I said, right now, I'm glad to have right now. This is my son. Right now, my family, my son. And I know I'm still hard headed.
At Shannon 55 says, shout out to hold on. Do this here. Hooray for Miss Linda. From
Excuse
at
me.
Shannon 55. Let me hold that for you. I think you got to cut you off. Yeah.
Good.
No, not like that. It looks like a big smile. It's crazy. Yeah. Whoa.
It'll be all
Yeah.
right.
Again, this podcast is brought to you by Mob Sauce. It must be the sauce. We're supposed to have one on the table or two. We don't, but we do have the cup on there. That is also, link in the bio for you to be able to buy one. Setting up stuff on the website for the sauce. So all those things, there's all kinds of deals on there for merch as well as the sauce. All right. Someone pulled that out. Did you have a bottle of the sauce to pull up? You're right there. Do you have a bottle of the sauce? No, you don't, do you? Regina never made it back. Uh-oh, he's running around now. Okay. Well, that corner that he's sitting in is the original corner that I started the pod with. I was sitting right there in that corner, and I was on FaceTime Live. Yeah, trying to save my life. I like it. I was all right. You got the bottle right there. Thank you for saving the sponsorship. Shout out to Black Rambo. Came through in the clutch.
Very good. MLB. I
And
thank everyone for listening
anyway,
and
that.
supporting my son. Excuse me.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
I thank everyone
She's rude
wherever
as
you
hell.
at. Excuse me. I thank everyone wherever you at for supporting my son's place and business. And truly, when you buy stuff from different places, it represents them. So I have the mug too, which I have in my hand is very good. I have one myself. Very convenient. Goes with you everywhere.
Yeah.
Hot or cold stuff. Excuse me, I'm talking something.
Okay. Yeah.
Hot or cold
Shout
stuff.
out,
Yeah.
shout out
Like I said, please, you know,
to
I
mom,
think
who's Team Us.
even when there's delicious food and stuff. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for the Whopper Chopper. All right. So.
I love you. I know I'm not good at this, but
No, I love you. Thank you so much, man. Now you heard my shout that out.
Yo, shout out,
I got a
yo, shout out to mom.
ending. Huh? And
Shout
Scott, I
out
did
to
not hear
mom,
you. You're
Team
so
Us.
delayed.
that's been all day.
Did you see
Shout
that?
out to mom, Team Us.
All right. All right. He finally got it out. Appreciate you, bruh.
Yeah,
We're right here with you, rooting.
understanding.
We don't know what the hell you talk about right now. Okay, you sound like crazy ass Uncle Willie or something. Shout out to Ma. Shout out. Listen, man. Shout out to Ma. Oh, Terrence Howard sounding up. Man. Oh, thank you so much. All right. How's Scott? How was your day? Did you enjoy the Mother's Day with Mom at the Mike Jack movie?
Oh man, and Mother's Day was absolutely fantastic. The Mike Jack movie was extremely entertaining. I love that was a great family outing. And then to cap it off, you cooked some elevated, you know, lamb chop with the rice and like I said, you did a great job. Mother's Day was fantastic. Oh, and but actually, all of our holidays are fantastic. That we have together.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. So, oh wait, I got something from at Shannon. All right, I should send Mama some mullein. It's a Native American paint that heals the lungs and less coughing. Oh, it's some good shit. Read the rest of this. Hold on.
I'll try and help
Oh,
you.
she has. I'm trying to read it. My thing doesn't stay long enough. Heals the lungs. I use it every day, but not sure if it grows in Florida. Oh, we gotta look that up. Shout out to Shannon55.
Thank you.
Mom says, thank you. Let me put it on the
Very appreciated.
so definitely appreciate the information. What did it say? Eleven. Elevane. Scott, could you pronounce that word, whatever it was? Do you know what that was? Have you heard of it before?
Never heard it
Live on,
Nah, you know it.
live
You ain't
on.
read it, man. Nah, don't worry. I got it on here, so I'm gonna be able to look it up and pull it up. Oh, she has something else
before.
that she said on here. I live in Missouri. A plant. Okay, okay. Well, we definitely been to Missouri, so we hear you on that. Okay, definitely do so. Definitely do so at Shannon 55.
Shout
That's
out to
dope that that she knows that.
Mountain Medicine,
Huh?
Craft Medicine.
I believe you said bushcraft medicine. Is that right? Well, tell them what they want,
Yes, it
Bob.
is.
Okay. He finally responded. You heard it? Man, you are stuck in the matrix, bro. All right. So today, um, my brother decided to you know, have his phone still being on uh silent the whole day since the movie, which was yesterday, which was 3 to 6.
Huh.
So 3 o'clock.
Hmm.
So first, we're calling, we're saying, hey, you know what? You see what's going on, what's the day like? I'll give him a call because I'm down here in the Cape. He's up in Port and in PC, Port Charlotte. So no call, no answer. I'm like, all right, probably just having fun, chill, whatever. So then mom said, hey, you heard from your brother? I tried to call him. Now her question ain't more like a question, it's more like, yo, what's up? I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? And she's like, yeah, well, he just don't want to answer the phone. I said, oh, here we go. That means call and check on him. So I call. I ain't getting no answer. So finally I sent over the notorious K Dog. This this person is gonna make it happen. They watching. No, listen. I interrupt them from some serious shit. They was in the middle of a movie, serious movie. You know what I mean? They was watching Dirty Dancing. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's some serious shit.
I like that.
Oh
And K Dog was
God.
like, "What? You need me to go over there?" I said, "Man, I don't want to interrupt. Dirty Dancing." She said, "Don't worry about it." She took her son. Come on now. He jumped in the whip with her. They come over. Doors unlocked. They got to wake him up. They like, "Hey, you okay?" He's like, "Hey, listen. Yeah. I'm just waking up." I said,
You just
"Fuck
wake
you
up.
mean?"
Just waking up. Somebody wake you up and you just waking up
I
running.
said, I'm on the phone the whole time through the whole thing. I'm ready to give him a key, code, whatever it takes. Yeah, make sure everything's cool. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, you know what? I believe I didn't turn my damn shit back on, man. He said, damn. I said, damn. So I thought about it. I was like, that's a long ass time. You know what I mean? For me, I am gonna be thinking, yo, somebody somebody's gonna be checking on me soon. Even if I disappear and I'm down in the Cape or something for 2 days, mom's gonna send me a message and be like, hey, rise and shine. I'm like, it was never rise and shine when I was up at the no, I'm just fucking- but she's gonna send a rise and shine. All right. But hey, love you, son, rise and shine. That's basically
That's
like,
a
yo, what's
fact.
up? You know what I mean? So from there, expect to hear something. You know what I mean? So when I ain't hear now, I said, nah, that's strange. Because normally it'll be a hit back, hey, I just seen my phone walk by. Ain't hear nothing. I said, oh, nah, this is just nothing.
Nothing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Nothing.
and these phones with that AI, it does it in great detail.
Well, I don't blame AI for
So
that.
is the do not disturb for the doctor because when
Yeah,
I'm
well,
old,
we're not gonna go to the hospital to call you back to say, hey, we wanted to get through to do not disturb. Like, what kind of shit is that?
I mean,
like shoot,
you call somebody at the job to ask them this and that. To say,
because once
No, I
the
get it for the
once
movie. No,
the,
I get it. Because some people's phones was going off at the movie. Not too many, but there was a person, I believe, a couple rows up to my right. There was a phone going off. Then
yep.
down in the lower thing, there was a kid. You know, they couldn't get it through. Man, just give it back to me, man.
no,
You got to stop, man.
you got to stop.
That's
Excuse me, y'all.
this
Pay
is
that part no mind.
it's
What?
crazy. I'm just saying.
What?
You sound like you got
Say what?
asthma.
Excuse me. What?
Okay,
That's all right.
you
That's
sound
all
like
right.
you got
I'm enjoying
asthma.
it. Forget about
All
it.
right, I got you. You know what I mean? Okay, hold up now. See, I
Yo,
like coffee. You know why?
that was funny. You had to put K. That was funny. You had to put K Dog on the case.
Yeah, I put K Dog on the case, man, because that's a thorough person. Shout out to Kayla. Um, Also with her water ice, man. Her water ice game is crazy. You guys need to be out there in PC picking that up. I'm gonna post it up so y'all can see what is working with. I posted up before, but I'm gonna post it up again. Y'all really need to check it out. So definitely
What is it?
shout out to Kate. She makes like the water ice, but she has like the nerds and all the stuff with it, or
Oh,
with the Swedish fishes, or with the craziness, like
oh,
just
okay.
OD.
That's why actually I didn't know
Yeah,
what
it's
was.
nice. It's nice. It's
I'm
it's
not
like
gonna say oh,
it's
and I
like
don't know what
it's
it is.
way
But that
OD
is.
better than Rita's
Oh, okay.
type stuff. So I don't know what her connect
That's
is, and I ain't
interesting.
gonna ask, but she definitely turned up.
That's
But
interesting.
she definitely came through and went down there. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's who got a hold of Scott from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Thank you very much, because I
Kayla.
truly I appreciate you because I didn't understand. I just didn't understand, and then mhm.
So, Mom, let me ask you a question.
It's gone.
Did you ever think, because I know you for a long time, pretty much my whole life. Now, this is crazy.
I love
This
that
is
talk
crazy.
right there.
Pretty much my
But
whole
yeah,
life.
yeah, okay.
All right, but did you ever think? I know it's past now, but in your heart of hearts, did you ever think you would see a black president, even light
It's,
skin? Like, did you ever think that should make it? Now, on some real shit.
well, I would hope one day if
And
he
I didn't
actually
say
pursue
hopeful.
it.
I'm saying,
Wait a minute, no,
did
wait a
you think he
minute,
was
wait
gonna
a
make it
minute.
and live? On top of that, let's be
Well,
honest. I was
that
betting
part,
against him.
no,
I love
I would,
Barack. You know what I
I love
mean? Shout
Barack
out to
too.
Barack. You know what I mean?
I
You
actually,
got some shit I don't agree with. Just be honest, because everybody black I don't agree with. So that we ain't gonna do that. But I still think he cool as shit. But I will tell you, bro, I was betting that they was gonna cap your ass, man. I ain't gonna hold you. And boy was I wrong. Boy was I wrong. And on top of that, to be quite honest, I'm glad I was wrong. They've taken more pot shots at this current president than a black man.
excuse me.
So I don't know if that makes Trump's damn near black or what, but I know that they've tried to get at him more than they tried to get at Barack. So I am telling you, somebody getting pissed off out here.
He's special. That's all.
Yeah, because that's crazy. That is crazy when I think about it.
Yeah, but come back to the question you asked about.
Okay.
I was hoping and praying he made this move after he made an offers. I was shocked then, but I was hoping
Oh,
and
they're
praying.
Cherokee. At Shannon 55 is Cherokee. I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
my interrupt. At Shannon 55 is Cherokee. Oh, who made it back on here? Is that Regina?
It is I.
All right, yeah, it's Regina. What
Hey,
still
Shannon.
happened? A little bit
Hello,
of
Gina.
technical difficulty with the setup, but I can hear you well enough to get by. How you doing? I love that you're just flowing through the putting the picture on, for your thing. I love that. Thank you very much. It's very considerate of you, and it does wonders for our broadcasting not to have a black space. So appreciate you, Regina.
How you
Thank
doing?
you. Hey, Miss Linda.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you? How's your
Aw,
mom?
my mom's doing well. Happy Mother's Day and all that kind of stuff. I sent you a whole bunch of texts. I hope you got them. Okay, we're good then.
Go back to my son's broadcast.
Well, anyway, uh, it's good. It's good that you came through with the picture on it. That's a lot of stuff. What's on there? Jimmy Reed. You got like a whole
It's
thing. Is this like a
it's
art thing of yours?
no,
Collage.
it's straight out of Riverside. It's think of it as a whole record collection, records and crates, and record album art.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, I was like, it works for me.
You
Considering I
got
can't get my photos to look the way I want, so
so that's dope. We can hear everybody now. Like the kink is out of there, but um, it is what it is. It was dope. No, we happened to match right here. That's dope. You got on the Raiders, and I got on the black Snoop Dogg thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, fly shit.
you
Um,
got to coordinate. Everybody's
yeah,
in the black gray mode except for me.
yeah. You're in a mode. You got the whole collage going on. You could put it in black and white if you wanted to.
Everything works.
But yeah, you got it.
This
As
is,
long as it's not a black screen, we're good.
hey, this is Blue.
Oh, it's blue. Sorry, can't see.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Are you colorblind?
Oh, shout out to my Cherokee sister, Shannon 55.
Yeah.
Hooray! Righteous.
Yes.
Amen.
I put that up. You know what I mean? But now we can hear everything and hear everybody. So now it's lit. We really lit. Regina got her collage thing up there with all kinds of stuff, and I know it means a whole bunch. Scott Scott's got on blue. Just so we let everybody know.
He ain't
Okay.
feeling
Eh,
blue, but he in blue.
yeah, you know what I mean. And we're getting stuff from at Shannon 55. She's an honorary part of the show. Stays here all the time. She thought that she missed us yesterday. We started so late though, so it was like I made sure that I shouted her out, and you know, and show
Yeah.
appreciation because it was definitely a late pod. So
Hmm.
we'll
Oh, you
we'll throw out some of the clips. The clips will be out today. I'll be putting out a lot of clips today. So you
grateful.
guys will have it. Um, we're up to like 30 something thousand views in total of
Hmm.
viewership. So it's pretty
That's
good.
good. Very
It's pretty
good.
good. We went up to like 61. And we got some new followers. So
Hmm.
that's subscribers. So we gotta get I tried to say this before and everybody was making fun of it. I was like, yo, like, share, subscribe. You got to say that so that I can chop it up and put it out there for clips of each of us. You know what I mean? Saying it, but
That's what they usually say when they have
yeah,
something
that's
that's
what I
new,
said. But it was
different.
like pulling teeth, man. It was crazy. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure the other
My
people
my
they say
can you
things.
say Harold Knows Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, please. Just look right at the camera.
Harold Knows Podcast. Like, share, and subscribe.
Lovely.
You see
Very
that?
appreciated.
All right, you see
Mom.
that?
She could do the
Mom did
intro.
that.
You don't need
No
Ma
problem.
is a
But
natural.
everybody else was giving me a hard time. See, that's what I'm saying. This is why
Have
Mom
her
is
do
dope.
the intro.
This is
Mom
this
Ma
is
is a
why
natural.
Mom is dope. She just did that. That was it. It was not that hard. Shout out to Sasha. That was who I was talking about too.
Ah.
But I cut my throat before I say anything. Man. You know that.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah, but no, I tell them to do that because you know when people identify with them, and it helps out the channel.
Yeah, it does.
You know,
Hey.
it helps out the channel. And at Shannon 55 is proof of that. So
Appreciate all of y'all.
okay, I think I'm yes. Oh no, because Scott said it. She said then y'all.
I think she meant to say thank.
Thank y'all. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
See, this is why
Very
Regina's in the
appreciated.
building.
Thank you.
We need
And
to
then
get
she
you a
followed
monitor
up
and a bigger
at Shannon
screen.
55 is lit. I love her. She put down, thanks. She actually came back because that's what I would do. I would put the thank down, and afterwards. But now you can go in and edit your actual text. You see that now? I assume everyone has it, right? Where you can go in and your text and like say if you send out a text and it's wrong, you can go in now and correct it. You know what I mean? So if you get, if you said which and it's not bitch or whatever or pitch, like you can go in and correct it now. So I think that's dope. Or is devil's advocate. Now somebody can say some fuck shit and then come back and try to change it up on you.
After them said it, huh? That's
Yeah.
not nice. That's not nice.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a devil's advocate to that. What you think, Scott?
Hey, if
Mm-hmm.
What you say, Scott?
I just said,
if they've developed something that can give you a second chance, or because maybe you did have a second thought about what you said, but then because you were acting out of emotion, and you can go back and change it. Why not?
it was already out there.
Yeah, I don't think that was the premise of it.
Yeah.
I think it was for like if you misspelled something. But if you said fuck you, it's fuck you, right? Just to be clear.
Hey, sometimes a fuck you is just sometimes fuck you.
But you know what I'm saying?
Is just fuck you.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like if you misspell something, I get that. But if you going back in and you trying to do and now you're right. You can go and erase it, but you can only erase it on your side. So the other person on their side, they still got the original fuckery that you sent them.
Should have watched what you said in the first place. Anyway.
Yeah.
Ah.
But people can do
OGs
that
with the
on their phone
OF.
now, right? Like
Oh.
it
Just so messed
remember
up.
remember it was just call ID back in the day. That was like, hey, the big thing. It was call ID. You can tell when the bill collector was calling us. You'd be like, yo, listen, don't answer the phone. Well, look at the number. Look at the number. You know what I mean?
Yeah, on them little tiny cassette tapes.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember all kinds of stuff, man. But now they can just go back into a regular verbal match. Soon you're gonna be able to leave a voice message and come in there and edit it. Imagine that. You go in there and be like, yo, take that bullshit out when I said fuck you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. That is insane.
That's it. No.
But
That's
yeah,
too much. Too
you
much
do get
going
the
on.
you do get to
It's too much.
she put what nails are 2D
Hey, it
long.
allows hindsight to truly be 2020.
Yep.
What's
Yeah, I mean, y- I get it, but it still feels like somebody could really be gaslighting with a tool like that to be able to go back in
like
and
rewriting
switch out.
history? Rewriting
Yeah,
history.
yeah, yeah, rewriting history. You right, mom. Rewriting history. Because that's what. Come on, you going back in there and I mean I've corrected. I've used it, so I ain't gonna hold you. I don't care. But
No, that's just a little bit much
but
too.
See,
ethically, is it right
No.
that I can go back in there and then change my mind? Like you know what I mean? But after you read it, so now you come back and you're reading something else. You understand what I'm saying? I don't think it's
well,
giving a person a second of the same note. I think that it's going right back in and fucking with your head.
Was it still on the first note?
check
Yeah,
this out. Have
right?
you ever written an angry email?
No,
No. I don't do emails anyway. Just send
I
them.
don't like proof of me being
Well,
an
I
idiot.
have,
I
and
don't like proof of
and
me
right,
being an idiot.
right,
And so do you think they're coming up with this
but
bad
I've
this idea?
I've typed the email while I was angry, but then I went back and read it, and then it's like, you know what, and let me rewrite this, in a more civilized manner and whatnot,
Did you
and
send it though?
that's why they say never, never send anything out when you're upset, because you'll end
Yeah,
up, regretting it.
exactly. But what I'm saying is, but you're going back in. You're. It's not giving another message with a different thing. It's correcting. It's so called correcting the message. So now you're reading again, like, yo, um, I said, what I mean, this, and then you read it. You knew I said, I know what I read, and then I come back,
Right.
and now you don't switch that shit on me. Now you done switched it on me. Now you playing with me. Now you know, do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be the cynic here, and maybe I am, but
Yeah,
am I right, Ma?
I do. I do.
Now you play what
It,
playing in my face? You playing in my face now, right? That's what you got to be doing. You playing in my fucking face. If you come
now
back,
I
if I read
understand.
that shit, if I read that shit, and I'm ready to go to war, and you like, what you talking about? And I go back and read that shit, and it's different, but you ain't give me another copy of the bullshit that you sent originally. Nah, I ain't trying to have no technology like that. That's the bullshit. That's gaslighting at its finest.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's that's gaslighting at its finest. You go in to somebody's text messages, it doesn't show you the original. It only shows you the correction.
That's what it
So now
is.
you don't fucked around and said I kill you, but now you saying yo I'll bill you. Bill you for what?
That's what they get the expression. He says, she says. I just want you to
Yeah,
know.
yeah, you could do, but I'm just saying you can go in there and just do anything. Nah, you be playing in people's
He
faces.
says, she says. That was on the.
I think that's a crazy amount of power.
Wouldn't fall for that
You wouldn't. How would you not? You don't know. People gonna
Any
slow you
tool can be
crazy.
used for good.
I'm just saying.
one.
Now you're
That's true.
saying read
That.
this. They just sent this to me before you could say look and read. But now I'm saying I can go back in there and edit it and say, and then it just sends you back to edit. So now you telling me, hey, I'm telling you what I read, and I'll be like, yeah, ma, you tripping. I'll be like, nah, I read this shit, and you understand? 'Cause I'm telling you, they have a tool now, and the tool is for you to be able to go back and edit. So somebody needs to tell me, like, does it show the original? or does it just show the edited part?
I believe they would show the original because how would they take it to get to the one that you want to put on?
No, you go directly in that motherfucker and you
And then
change
they,
it.
then they
Yeah,
yeah, they got
yeah,
they got that.
yeah, yeah. I'm just
They got
saying
that.
they got the ultimate
Something
fuckery
fuckery. Yeah.
to make you look stupid, or you be questioning reality. You be like, yo, I know what I read.
As they said, yeah, it's the yes.
Regina,
But
can
you
you
know
imagine
what?
that?
I mean, I can understand a tool like that that help you. I mean, but I still can understand a tool like that to help you correct context problems because sometimes people take things out of context and then you go back and think,
It's already out
yeah,
of
I could see how
context.
that could
They
have
talking
happened,
about twisting the
and then you
context. Now
correct
you,
it.
Wait.
all right. So you go back. All right. Play devil advocate here, right? Now somebody sends you a message saying, you know what I mean? Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck up out of here. Blah blah blah. Now they switch the whole thing to there's no giving up. Blah blah blah. Right?
Right.
Now you done acted on it, and they saying, "Hey, I ain't never sent nothing like that." But because it's on, from what I know with the technology, it's not showing the original. So if it's not showing the original, keeping the original, and it's just giving you the edited version back, you're going back in there and you're fucking with people, man.
Yeah, you getting the
You
index
you feel
finger.
me?
But wouldn't anybody's phone anyway?
You no, you would have to screenshot that shit before they change it on you. You understand what I'm saying? The AI and the edits and the things
Yeah,
that are
yeah,
able to
I
be
get it.
done
I get it.
are massively can make anybody questionable of their integrity and what they've sent to people. That's what I'm saying.
Definitely will.
Especially
You
with
feel me?
video, that is straight up out of hand.
Yeah.
To be able to video somebody doing a situation and adding words into their mouths, and you're like, wait a minute, this never even happened.
No, but that's again deep fakes and all the stuff that I said that we had podcasts on it, but we weren't when we were doing those pods. We didn't have the YouTube all the way up. Not we're popping a little bit. So, but what I'm saying is like now we can talk about it, but it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The AI shit is out of here. You know what I mean? The,
Yeah, even with something as simple as that, what is it? The Merc dance.
yes.
I was like, wait a minute. Not everybody can do it. It's like, no, this is just AI taking over. I mean, it looks great, but
But what I'm saying is, what's the consequence of you scanning yourself into something, and then later somebody playing a video saying that you did something, and because you're part of this format, that people from China or anywhere else now have your image, and they can manipulate it any way they want to. The amount of chaos that it can cause, the amount of disruption it could cause. I don't think people are looking at it properly at what the real danger is here. And, you got to be very careful. You know what I mean? I seen one, it had, my people dancing, doing the thing. I was like, all right, cool. That's just dope. I even had a thing of mine that I did, but it looked nothing like me, which was great. Um, but the funny thing about it was the ramifications, if it did look a lot like me or just like me, it would be different. Yeah,
I think the dog is agreed.
I don't know. The dog is tripping. So you can't be out. There's fish out there. Ain't never seen nature. The city dog. Uh, dog from the city. What's that fish? The fuck is a fish?
Look, is that Star?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Star.
Oh, buddy. It's a good fur baby.
Yeah. So we mom agreed that the she liked the Mike Jack movie. It was entertaining. Um, some things missed out there, but you only have a couple hours. I thought they had way too many commercials. Mom, what you thought? You thought they had
They didn't need no commercials.
how many commercials? It was like had to be like 40 minutes, 30 minutes.
That they were a little cartoon. That was it, and they go right into the movie.
Yeah, but you got to pay for it. These people, Jackson's
They
with.
go on commercials?
Remember, we watched the movie. Joe Jackson was like, "Yo, we're gonna make this movie.
Yeah.
Now all these commercials are gonna pay for this movie. Now shut up, or I'm gonna whoop your ass." Joe Jackson was crazy with it. Shut up, or I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Joe Jackson, boy, he was lit. He was definitely on it. But he definitely got him out the hood. He definitely got him out the hood. You know what I mean? The other shit they was on, you grown, a lot of manipulation. A lot of people want to be the man, be in charge. That's a big ball game. That's millions of people passing out, dying. You know what I mean? Not getting trampled, just dying. Like, oh, I seen Jesus. It was Mike. He peeled his skin back, put on the shit for the Largo. What the fuck was it called? Mel Largo.
Vitiligo.
Vitiligo. See,
vitiligo with a V.
Vitiligo. So the ventilation of his pigmentation. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good enough. So we can take it from there.
He went in with the he.
Yeah, that's exactly what he got it for. He got it for all them he's. So, and just a tremendous amount of fucking nose jobs. He could have had a whole 2 hours on rhinoplasty alone and had a movie on it with just what song he made and sang, what concert he did when he had this particular nose job. Because that's how many he fucking had.
How many
was
was
once you go in that world, it's like looking at a painting and not knowing when to stop it and say that you've done enough. So you're looking at yourself because you're playing God now with yourself in a way that you shouldn't. And now you done did so much shit. Every time you look in the mirror, you trying to get to somewhere, but still trying to see you again. So you're getting so far away from you, you start looking like the Martian. You start looking like, a ghoul. You know what I mean? Something crazy. Where like the Joker, like you can't stop smiling.
Oh, that was a hot mess.
You know what I mean? Like literally, if he fart, he wink. Like his shit was fucked up. You know what I mean? The he was from the farting. Mine was crazy. It's not my business. I got nothing to do with this shit. I'm sorry. What happened? All right. It's okay. We're gonna figure it out. It's Mike Jack, man. We knew what it was. But you know what I'm saying? When he pointed, his body was so, he had so much shit going on. At night, he couldn't stop moving his shoulders like this. You feel me? He just couldn't stop doing it. You know what I mean? He had to be sedated so that he don't be punching in the air and doing stuff. You know what I mean? Then they gave him 2 different opposite medications that was clearly gonna fuck him up. Talking about you gonna be okay. His pops told him in the movie, hey, they're not gonna look out for you. They're not gonna understand you like your family. Your family know that you ain't fucking with no little kids like that. You just retarded in the head with it. So what? Yeah, you got talent. You know what I mean? You can conduct yourself. You know what I mean? You can do certain things. But that doesn't mean that he didn't have some kind of mental illness or dis-a-fucking-ability. Or you know what I mean? There's people that have problems that can fucking sing and dance and play the piano and do stuff. Doesn't mean they should be handling too many of their own affairs. Yeah, it's a damn shame that his father was he was heavy-handed with the bullshit, especially with that damn Jericho juice. He was ridiculous with that shit. I'll be honest. He should have been locked up because he had so much of that damn juice in his head. You know what I mean? Just shaking that shit every fucking way. You know what I mean? If you're gonna hit me, like, have a dry hand, you nasty bastard. All right. Anyway,
Gosh.
no, I'm just being
We're
honest.
done.
I'm sorry. I digress. Man. It
Be
just
right back.
distasteful. Just distasteful. Um. Anyway, you like the movie? Don't mind. It was
Yeah,
cool.
it was cool.
Yeah.
Represent what it's supposed to
Yeah.
represent.
That's there you go. Represented what it's supposed to. See, that's wisdom right there. That is wisdom. You feel me? Regina,
Hmm?
do you have any questions for mom?
Oh gosh. Not right off the top. I just came off of a major meeting, so I'm trying to decompress.
All
And
right.
I
I may
understand
come
that.
up with one, but not right now per se.
I doubt it. This was your shot. Okay, so
Thank you.
I mean, the only thing I would ask would be what was it like growing up in the 60s? I usually ask my mom that a lot because my mom's like, "What are you doing listening to my music?" Meaning the music that she grew up on as a kid and a high schooler. I'm like, I have a broad spectrum when it comes to music, but what was it like?
that's a good question. What was it like, mom?
What particular statement? Well, the music that they have now and then, all I can say, it progresses. It was music then. We enjoyed it, danced to it. That's all we like. Like when I go by, I like the rock and roll. I like what you call it, blue suede music. I like jazz. I like a lot of things. I think my mother police a lot. I guess she breathed through me because some things that she wanted to do made sure that I got into. Like I even took up a little fencing and stuff like that. Which I didn't do fencing now, but I still like knives and cut food and stuff. But so that
That's
did a lot,
crazy. So,
you
Hmm.
know, you
that's
know.
dope.
But music, they had all types. I love like I remember when I snuck out to go see the Righteous Brothers.
Oh, mom's
Uh,
actually snuck out the building.
yeah, I snuck out the house to that. I came back. I couldn't sneak in, but hey,
Uh-oh.
I was cornered. But besides that, I went to see the Shirelles, Detroit's, all of them. I liked them. Who didn't cost nothing like it costs now. Half of them are dead, half of them still alive. You know, James Brown, God,
Well, you actually went and seen James Brown?
yeah. What was beside the scenes? I can tell. Well, we won't go to that. Well, anyway, get back to that. Yeah, it's a lot of people. Yeah.
So the '60s was a wild time.
Oh yeah, as it was going up, yeah. 60s and 70s up, it was all good. All good.
Mm.
Music changed a little, but hey, different people, different style, put it all together.
What was it? A lot of live bands when you were coming? Because I remember there was
Yeah,
a
they did.
boyfriend Monique had. His name was Reggie, and
Mhm.
his father or uncle, I think it was his father. He played the saxophone. It was a big ass sax that he played.
Yeah, places.
So
A lot of people would get hired to play with different people that were talented, a little bit of nothing. You travel with them for a while and come back home.
hmm
You never know. It was out there, playing a little different. They call them juke joints at the time. Just like, I had an uncle that was gay. He did a lot of wrestling and modeling stuff. They did dance and stuff like that. They have movies out now with people that, was back in the era.
yeah,
Yes.
Studio
But
54 and all that stuff. They talk about
I
it.
went there too. It was, at that time they did a lot of, cane, smoke, pills, mostly pills, acid. We enjoyed the music. Whatever they felt like they want to hear. No, everybody had their crowd.
So you had people that was into the jazz. What was your favorite music when you were coming up, Ma?
Like the jazz,
All right, so
and I liked it. I liked it rock and roll, which they call rock and roll. I like the talk music, which they call rap music, hip hop, whatever they want to call it. We was running, hopping around, then doing things we weren't
Ma,
supposed to.
here's a crazy thing. All right, time hip hop started, right? And when things was going on, I remember I was living in the Bronx just before we went to Connecticut.
Mhm.
Whatnot. Hip hop just started. Like we were there for that in the Bronx. We were there, like there for the block parties, the roof parties, Park Hill Day, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Sugar Hill Gang, the whole nine. That's from Jersey, actually. Sugar Hill,
Sugar Hill Gang is out of Jersey. Yep.
yeah, from Jersey. So shout out to Jersey. I was born in Newark, so shout out to Jersey.
Went to Rutgers. Hey.
Yeah, that's cool. You went to you went to Rutgers. Um,
Very nice.
journalism, right?
Yep. I thought I was going to do a major and a minor and a mini, but I was like, I don't have time for this. I just need to get out. 5 years is a little bit too long.
You thought 5 years is too long?
Yep. And that 5th year was quote unquote my fault. But we won't go into that right now.
Oh, so you did your BA?
hmm
You ever consider going to get your master's?
Yes, a lot actually. One of my church sisters, she has an undergrad from Rutgers. She has a law degree. Now she's getting her master's in religious arts at Yale. I'll actually be going to her graduation on Monday. And I keep
Oh, that's
playing with
nice.
that idea. It's like, should I go get my master's and should I pursue a divinity school degree?
Oh, what do you do with a divinity school degree?
Depends on you. Depends on the field you're looking to get into. It's more than just preaching. You could work in social work. You could be a counselor. You could actually teach. I don't know if I'd be inclined to teach, but I'm just not sure. But it's been playing on my brain a lot because a lot of my sorors have pursued masters, and a few of them have pursued PhDs. So I don't want to wait for that ship to pass me by. So it weighs
Yeah, I
it
mean
weighs
you're
on
you're
me.
still young enough to go get it.
Yeah, I only
I
would
think
take one.
Marilyn went back and she had got her
Yeah.
master's.
There's no certain age for things to
Linda
come
has
good.
her master's also.
Mhm.
Hmm
So yeah,
Remember that. There's no certain age. You live
yeah,
to
yeah.
the
I
time.
mean, especially if you're so inclined to do so,
Mhm.
you know what I mean. You got to go for it. What is this right here?
Yeah, shucks. My mom wanted just me to graduate high school, and I was like, yeah, I can do that, but that's not going to be the be all and end all. But that's all she's like, if you give me 12 years, I'm fine. I was like, well, that's, in the back of my mind, I'm like, that's good for you, but I'm definitely getting me some advanced
I
education.
can understand why she said that, baby, because
Hmm.
just to graduate from, well, get what I'm saying? That's a lot of people haven't did that.
Well, let me see right here. Pardon me, y'all. Let's go right here.
It's a,
As Shannon 55 says, I would have loved to grow up in the '60s just for the music. Right on at Shannon 55. That's a fact.
Agreed.
It's a great. I remember mom told me. I don't know, was it quite the '60s? But you said you seen Elton John for
When I
like
say
two
Elton John,
dollars or some shit, right?
oh, it was in New York. They had this place called the Pub down there. You go there, you have coffee, tea, whatever, late night stuff. When New York stayed open more than 24 hours.
Yeah.
And you just down there, a little skinny one, singing and stuff, talking, just like any other normal person.
I can identify that with that, man. You know why? I remember my first time I seen Tracy Morgan was at this Uptown Comedy Club, and it was off 120 25th. It was like 123rd, 124th, right? And that's why I first seen Tracy Morgan at. You know what I mean? Just doing this. Look how big he is now. Like, he's mega star, mega rich, whatever. But seeing him early because I was in New York. You know what I mean? That's a one beautiful thing about being in New York. Like, being there, you know, afforded me to like be in the beginning of hip hop, beginning of speakers in the real house speakers, Kenwoods in the back of your car. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's blasting their music, like in the beginning of like jean suits and people break dancing and everything going the way it was going. And remember, Mike Jack came up through all those different eras. To just spin back to Mike Jack real quick, because Mike Jack came through like the Motown era. Then he came through like the rock hair, big ballad things. But then he came through the hip hop, and he survived. Not to survive, he flourished in all those eras. Like he was never not the man.
Yeah.
While he was living. He was never not the man. Through the accusations, he can still say I'm going on tour and it's still selling out.
Mm-hmm.
You could not cancel him. You feel me? Like literally, right now you can't cancel him.
Yeah, his
Everybody's like,
albums
oh,
are making a comeback. How many albums
yeah.
have made like what, the top 10?
There's so much. You know what I mean? Like literally, he really impressive. I don't think Chris Brown would
If
have to
Mike,
survive a couple
if
more.
Yeah.
He'd have to still be the man because Chris Brown started at like 13, so he started a little bit later than Mike.
if Michael Jackson was still around today, he would still be a megastar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Automatically.
absolutely,
Automatically.
absolutely. And he was making dope ass new music still. He still have, I ain't gonna say a whole album, but I would say
Yeah.
he would have like a good single or two. Like, he just knew his shit. Even when he did this shit with him and Janet.
Oh, yeah.
Scream.
Oh,
Make you
that
wanna
was.
scream. Like that
I
song was
thought that.
dope. That
Look,
song was dope. That
I
song
thought
was
that.
hitting. That song was hitting.
That's why I thought they were doing some more like
Yeah.
sister in that and
Yeah.
to get to that part. But
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
You know what I mean? What about his brothers? You think they okay? Because I seen like afterwards the doc not the reality shows with 3T. So the three brothers, they like 40. He's like, yo, my career. I'm like, yo, you 40. It's a new career. I got a new career. Everybody get a new career.
Yeah.
Like, you know
It
what I
is
mean?
what it
Like
is.
everybody gets a new career. But come on.
It's trying.
And they said, yo, because you're fat and you don't want to do nothing about it. Like they crucial. They so crucial right now, man.
Mm.
Like what anything to be famous.
When you put yourself out there,
Yeah, but anything to be famous, saying
they
some crazy
race and
stuff.
yeah.
I'm not gonna drag my brother. I'm not gonna drag you to be, known. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It just when you grow up in the limelight, you know what I mean? They're like, yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm like, yo, I don't know. It sounds like you're doing a whole lot of you got me watching you do nothing. You know what I mean? So now you tricking me out of my time. You tricking me out of my time with this bullshit. You know what I mean? Because you ain't making a comeback. You know what I'm saying?
Don't call it a comeback.
Yeah, I mean you can't call it a comeback. It was terrible. It was all about grunge when I lived in Seattle in the early '90s. Wasn't into it, but it was there everywhere. Yeah, but the grunge was a dope movement. At Shannon 55,
Right.
that's Nirvana. That's it was a couple of them groups, but for me, it was all about Nirvana, and it's not just because of like the popular, like really, the lyricism and Teen Spirit and all those songs was top notch. The
What?
performance, everything of it.
Serious.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Smells Like Teen Spirit. There was a bunch of songs. You know
Dance,
what I mean? But Nirvana, di- them alone,
dance,
cause
dance style music.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But she's saying in the '90s, in the '90s, and in the '90s, yeah. I mean, for you, what was you into in the '90s? She was in Seattle, Washington, according to the chat. So I can see that because the grunge came out of Seattle, Washington.
Mm.
But where we were at, in the '90s was Connecticut. So Connecticut is getting basically New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
I
Little
I learned to be
you
a
have
house
you have
head.
just a few things from Boston, but the majority is New York.
I learned to be a house head by
Yeah.
going down to Jersey with college. House was my thing. House club music
Yes,
and
house was
R and B
a
and New
very
Jack
big
Swing.
thing. House was a very big thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I didn't care if it came from Chicago or New York. It was all
House
good.
free, house and
Yeah, and
freestyle
Chicago was
music.
really big in Chicago too.
Like I said,
Very
house
big.
music
Still is.
it's every culture like it. Everybody loves it. Even the clubs, house music.
Oh, she also said R&B and rap, but R&B in the '90s, I think R&B in the '90s might have been some of the golden age of R&B.
Like
Yeah,
the gas
the
gas.
'90s,
It is.
the
Yeah.
'90s, it's debatable, but I don't know. Not it was a lot of remakes, so I don't know how you felt about it, Ma. When you hear "All I Need" from Method Man, but you know it was Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. You know what I mean? So which one do you know? Which one do you like
I seen
more?
them in person.
See, so it's a different conversation, though, right? It's a different conversation. See, and that's another thing. When you experience something firsthand, I think it's a little bit different. You know what I mean? Like I was deeply immersed in the hip hop, so I seen and met people. You know what I mean? I picture now with Chubb Rock that just popped up in my little memory bank.
It's like Michael
So
C.
just being around, just when you see those people in person, when you see them perform live in person, Scott can attest this. I've took him on tour. He's seen some shit. You see who could really do those things and who can't. You
Yeah,
can
I
see
went to
people that can really control the crowd and really do it. A lot of the old school boy, they sharp
it's like
because they
Elton
bread
John.
and butter. They can go anywhere.
Like I went to see Elton John.
Yeah, when we see Elton John was floating.
My God.
He floated across. He had no he had no openers, and he opening and he closing, and he got the material to do it. Somebody should have did a verses with Elton John. Keep it a band. Somebody should do a verses with Elton John. We might be the first to say this. All right, but no, real talk. Somebody need to do a verses with Elton John. He got smackers. He's got enough. He's got enough in the tank. I went to the concert. He's got enough in the tank. You know what I mean? Like
No
Elton
doubt.
John has enough in the tank. What do you think? What do you think, Regina?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Are you
But who you
kidding
think
me?
can do it?
Oh,
That's still here. Hey, guess what? You got some people now, and
Yeah.
to be respectable, to be respected. Remember, Elton John came through some generations,
Oh yeah.
and he's pumping out the music there with no auto tune, no help. So on some real shit, like now you got to stand in front of that man. You got to stand in front of that man, and you got to go hit for hit. And I guess that's why they call it the blues.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Yes. Come
I
on
think the
now.
only
I'm telling.
I think the
I'm
only
telling you.
exist
I'm Who?
Excuse me?
The only existing group that I think could do it is the Rolling Stones.
That's a group against one man.
Mm,
It's cool. It's cool because real talk, at the end of the day, Elton John still will beat them. Elton will beat them. Elton John would beat the Rolling Stones in a versus.
oh, yeah, that would be.
It'd be a really good one, but
Well, you know
I would tip it. No, because no, real talk. Rolling Stone
you know I'm
got a
teed up.
lot. They got a lot. They got some hits. They got some hits. But what I'm saying is, once you hit that '90s thing, they may have had 2 or 3 smackers, and they was touring off with some other shit. But Elton was giving whole albums. You know what I mean? He ran the '80s. He ran the '80s, man. Elton. So Elton, he killed them in the
Yeah, he
'70s.
ran the
You
'70s
felt
too.
you know I'm saying. Well, he came in later in the '70s though, so it wasn't like as strong as the '80s. He killed him. He killed him. He had a Kanye wore his glasses, the iconic glasses when he was doing all that other stuff out there. Elton John brought them shades and all that type of stuff out. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
wait. Okay. Well, what about David Bowie or Billy Joel?
They could. I'm not
no,
saying
nope, nope. Billy Joe. Billy Joe can stand in front of Elton John. Billy Joe can. Billy Joe got enough. I don't know if it's gonna be 20 solid as much as listen, versus is a long battle.
Mhm.
You can't take 5, 10 radio hits and turn it into a career span of putting out albums that Elton John did. And to be able when to run the '80s, there was only a few people. There was Elton John, Cindy Lauper, Madonna, right?
Yeah.
We can get busy here.
Yeah.
We can get busy here, but
Yeah.
remember, Elton came from before them, so we're taking somebody from that generation, respectfully.
Mm.
I think, right?
Oh,
We take
yeah.
somebody from at least close. So Elton John came out when, ma?
I can put the take the days on now. Let's do that.
All right. So Elton John probably came out in around about the I don't know, '60s, right? And
60s.
'70s he got popping. '80s he ran the '80s. So because Elton John, Mike Jack, like these were megastars. You feel me? It's a fact.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Elton was definitely big like Mike Jack. So you know what I mean?
Oh,
It you to stand in front of Elton. I think Billy Joel is actually not too bad.
Rico's good.
I think Billy Joel is not from the '60s and the '70s and then up until that time. So Elton's got more significant, songs in the run. So
Like a piece of Nick Jackson.
yeah, that's why I said the Rolling Stones. They was from but the Rolling Stones didn't run the '80s though. They didn't really go hard in the '80s. So I think sometimes the Rolling Stones more of a novel. Aerosmith was out
Yeah.
for a minute. They did shit with Run DMC. They
Yeah, but
You had Paul Revere and the Raiders.
true,
Oh,
but they don't reach
yeah,
back into the '60s.
yeah, but Paul Revere and the Raiders do, but they ain't going up to no '80s. Paul Revere was gone, and the Raiders was raided. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's some good bands out there.
yeah. Paul Revere, shout out to Paul Revere and the Raiders. All right, so we gonna do that for my um. No, I think the '60s. Yeah, Elton John's a hell of a motherfucker to go
And
up
y'all lost a
against.
lot of shit,
I don't know somebody.
Strawberry Rock Pop and a lot of groups out.
Yes, Elton was a true talent. Thank you, at Shannon. Oh my God. All right, what time is it right now? Yep. All right, so it's time for us to shut it down. Got to get mom laid down. Appreciate y'all coming out to the Harold Knows Nothing podcast. Shout out to at Shannon55 for always continuing to support and give us some feedback and so forth. Regina for showing up and making sure that she has something other than a black screen. Appreciate it. We definitely got to discuss, got everything going on together. Appreciate you being a part of the pod, Regina. And Mom,
I like
thank you.
Thank you, dear. I like to tell everyone this is the first time I did this, but I like to God bless everyone, you and your family. Thank you for the memory. My son will look it up, and I will try it. And take care of yourself. Love yourself. God bless. Have a good night's sleep.
Oh,
Bye.
All right.
blessings.
Remember,
Mom.
Harold knows. At Shan55 had one more thing, so let me just put it on there. See y'all next time. Bye, Mama. All right, at Shannon55, that's a good way to close out.
Damn.
Remember, Harold
Mama.
knows.